Hello, 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 good morning, and a very, very warm welcome to Philbert Flies and to this epic new plane, PMDG's Boeing 777-200ER. I'm just going to turn my mic down. It's suddenly red. It wasn't when I tested it. Can you all hear me okay? Alex, is the RO to do with the sound? Is there a problem? Yes, anyway, it's been a while. It's been 4 months, in fact. I haven't streamed since December. Sitira, oh my god. Thank you very much indeed for your resub. 41 months. Now that is loyalty. That is loyalty. There are people who have stuck with me throughout my 4-month hiatus and kept on giving me money, but they're few and far between. So I very, very much appreciate that. Thank you. Bit louder than usual, but clear. Good. Right. Who have we got? We have Alex, we have Ribbon, we have Wojtek, we have Paul, we have Satira, we have The Night Rider. Nice to see you back, welcome. Lovely to have all of you here. And we have 17 books, Liam, with a long message.
17 books just subscribed, good golly gosh, a streak as long as I am years old. Wow.
That's amazing, isn't it?
The day of my 34-month anniversary of subscribing to the premier flight sim influencer, I wish to have it known that despite it being a school night, I have had 2 glasses of bubbles. And
good for you.
Have a third to celebrate this momentous occasion.
Good.
For Windows to reinstall.
Good, absolutely lovely.
I love you, Mr. Alexis Philbert Flies Esquire, 1st of it May.
And I love you too, boss. And because of that lovely introduction and your resub, we'll leave discussion of the deficiencies in your ghost-written flows until a little bit later on. So pour that third glass, and we'll see how we go. Anyway, lovely to have you here, boss. Paul, thank you, and welcome back to you as well. So as you can see, we are in 2024 today, which is a sim that I don't quite trust yet, to be honest with you. Yes, boss, deficiency. First I say we'll leave that till later in the stream. Yeah, sim I don't quite trust yet, but I figured it's time to start trying it out a little bit more. It does look beautiful. The performance for me is better than 2020. And if something goes wrong, well, that's one of those things, isn't it? Hopefully it won't. But if it does, I shall revert to 2020 for the next one, which will hopefully be in less than another 4 months. Now, we have another United Airlines plane next to me, and I haven't yet had a chance to see who it is, so I'm just going to check on Volanta, unless anyone would like to identify themselves in the chat. While I do so, Seattle, here we are. It is... Oh, we've got 2 people flying along from the looks of things. Next to me, we have Mr. Sam Pete Conrad. Welcome, boss, assuming you are also watching the stream as well as flying along. And over on a nearby pier, which we'll have a look at later, we have Alex in the A320neo. Now, you didn't even have your PC set up for about 7 months, boss. So I'm touched that you have made the effort to get it going ready for today's stream. You really dislike this sim at the moment. Why? What's it done? Back for 5 seconds and immediately raked over the coals. I'd expect to want nothing less. I know, boss. I know. I'm here to deliver what people want, right? That's my job as the world's premier flight sim influencer. You don't influence people by not giving them a taste of what they like and what they enjoy. You're still on 2020, haven't purchased 2024 yet. Fair. I don't blame you. I think if I wasn't interested in streaming and all that sort of thing, I probably would have waited a little bit longer on 2024, to be honest with you. But anyway, what I do love is this walkaround mode. What I love less is the fact that the jetway hasn't quite connected to the aircraft properly on this MK Studio Seattle scenery. But we can at least see the people boarding, which is sort of immersive if we don't look too closely or think about it too much. So we're going to do a little bit of a walk around. I've already done some of it. I have checked that the wings are attached and don't have any chunks missing. We're going to go and have a look at the tyres and that sort of thing. We're going to check the brake wear indicator while we're out here, because you can now do all this sort of thing much more easily and much more realistically. Nick, good morning. Am I saying that Liam likes abuse? I'm not saying that Liam likes abuse. I think we all know that Liam is partial to you know, a little bit of light masochism, shall we say? A little bit. Martine, good morning. Nice to see you. Welcome. Wojtek, 36 months of subscribing. Thank you very much for the resub. I appreciate it. You also have a Duff Jetty, yeah. Well, as we discussed yesterday, I don't know if you're there in the chat. There does seem to be a national issue with jetties in MSFS sceneries at present. But other than that, I really like this airport. I think the MK Studios have done a very good job. Their stuff does generally keep getting better and better, with, you know, 1 or 2 slight issues here and there. But you compare this with one of their early works for the sim, and it's night and day. It really is. Lovely texture work, brilliant modelling, and so much better than the alternative, the BM World sim version. So breakwear gauges are looking good. We have plenty of length left on them, so we don't have to worry about this. This is a very new airframe. I haven't actually flown it yet. So yes, all good there. And all good over here as well. We're not going to do a full complete walk around, although if you are interested in how you should do a full and complete walk around, I highly recommend my 777 tutorial with a real world pilot over on YouTube. Eli talks us through the entire thing, everything that needs to happen from pre-flighting the aircraft to landing at the other end, and it is, if I do say so, one of my finest recorded works to date. Right, did I pick a different stand to the one it worked on last night? No, I picked the same stand to the one it worked on last night, but I think I didn't look particularly closely. I just saw that the jetway moved and appeared to connect, and actually it just doesn't quite. But never mind, let's not focus on the negatives. It's been 4 months, you know what I mean? We're here to have, well, we're not here to have fun, we're here to simulate flight. But we can do that without being overly negative about the scenery, I think. So there we are. Look at the beautiful plane. I love this plane. I prefer the 300ER, I won't lie to you. It's just longer, innit? And a bit of extra length. Never hurt anyone. But the 200ER has so many more routes, particularly if you count historic routes like this one. You can fly it for so many airlines to so many different parts of the world, not least the Caribbean. I'm really looking forward to doing some Speedbird Gatwick ops to the Caribbean at some point in the future. Good morning, Scott. Nice to see you. Welcome. The 772 is a masterpiece, but 2024 is still glitching when using GSX. The L1 door keeps opening along with the L2 door. Yes, it does happen to me too, Craig, but it happens across both sims for me. So it doesn't make any difference whether I use 2020 or 2024. The doors keep opening and closing and opening and closing, and it's, I don't know, it's stupid. But anyway, at the moment, my door is remaining shut, so that is good. Yes, Seattle release for both sims, Liam. Yep. I think have I missed anything else? Let's see. The data stream is my biggest issue. Sam with a resub, 36 months, boss. Thank you ever so much. Very much appreciated it. Not in the past. Do right now. Thank you, boss. You upgraded your GPU to the 9070 XT. Love it so far. Oh, nice. I would like to. Yeah, I would like to invest at some point in a new GPU. Patrick, good morning. You're looking forward to this. Good. I'm very pleased. Did you find out about it through Discord or through my planning on YouTube? I'm curious. Surprised there was no discount for existing 300ER owners. It's the PMDG way. They don't tend to offer discounts on, well, certainly in MSFS 2020, 2024. Back in the day, they did a very, very expensive base pack and then a few cheaper add-ons for it. But yeah, it was the same with the 737. They priced each one individually. Some are cheaper than others. So it is what it is. I appreciate that some people think it's a little bit unfair. But to my mind, it's a lovely plane and probably worth snapping up at full price. That's my view anyway. Having flown it only very little. It's good to hear the latest new scenery. As we know, you wouldn't settle for anything less. Lovely. Welcome back, boss. Do you think it's a PMDG or a GSX issue? I think it's a GSX issue. YouTube planning. Okay, good. You do want to get this and do some American Airlines flying? Yeah, absolutely. There are just so many operators of this plane. Anyway, I think we should get on board, do a little bit of setting up. And what I'm going to be using to help me through this is the excellent but not perfect Filbert Flies 777 flows from filbertflies.com. They will be updated once we've had a little chat with my ghostwriter Liam. I'm going to post a link in the chat if you're interested. Here is a link to the flows, and I will also, while I'm at it, post a link to the 777 tutorial that they are based on, which, as I said, is in my opinion, well worth a watch. It's 4 hours long. Don't let that put you off. It is it's something that you can break down into chunks. There are different chapter headings and things like that to help you find your way around it. But it does cover literally everything that you need to know to fly a typical flight on the 777 from A to B as realistically as possible, instructed by a real airline pilot who flies these for real. How are the non-engine sounds, boss? The engine sounds are not finished yet, as I understand it. They're working on a whole new methodology for their sounds. And a lot of them are very sort of there. The engine sounds for me are a little bit quiet at the moment, and I think that is because it's a mix of old and new sounds. I don't know the technical reason for it, but I know that the sound set is not yet finalised. I think that's probably pretty good considering I don't own the plane and haven't flown it before. What, the sounds? You're incorrect, boss, but they're getting there. Right, so the very first thing we're going to do, we're not starting from cold and dark because it's very rare that you would get into an aircraft and have to power it up, especially in the afternoon like this one. We're connected to ground power, but that's it. I haven't done any other setting up, so we'll be going through everything from the pre-flight FMC setup and the power up procedure. So as you can see, batteries are both on. We have primary and secondary external power. We're going to turn on the ADD-ONS and get that aligning. We're going to arm the emergency lights, and we're going to come down to the FMC to set up our position. So we are at KSEA. That's interesting. Won't let me click the S. There we are. Some weird 2024ism, I guess. And we're going to copy our GPS position into the inertial position like that. And that's something I haven't done actually. I haven't set up realistic align times, but it doesn't matter for the purposes of this. Oh, have you not? Oh, I see. Have you not owned even the 777-300ER, Liam? But the thing is, whether you own the plane or not, there's a very, very thorough and in-depth tutorial that you can follow through when you update these flows. And you'll find literally everything in there. So it's just a question of listening, typing. You know what I mean? And you've done quite well at that in the past. But there's just a couple of things that you've missed. Perhaps you went and made a cup of tea, or I don't know. I don't know. The non-engine sounds, boss, like flaps and whatnot, they're good. Yeah, the non-engine sounds. Sorry, the non-engine sounds I think are brilliant. I don't know why I read that as the engine sounds. It's literally the opposite. Yeah, I really like the sounds that they have done. Yeah, I do. What's happened to your immersion, Scott? You're not flown at all since I want to say November. Oh my goodness me, you need to sort that out. But you are, aren't you? You are. You're installing Windows and such like. So you'll be there soon, roughly at the same time as Alex starts flying again. Jerky Jacko, good morning. Baldman Gaming 97, good morning. Welcome, both of you. You haven't missed too much. We have done some boarding. We've had a look around the aircraft in walk-around mode, and we're just starting to get set up. Over to the route page now, and we can request the route from SimBrief. Select. No. Hang on. What have I done? Something is amiss here. That was yesterday's route. Right. Let's do another. No. Purge. Right, route request. That's interesting. Has my SimBrief not been set up properly or something, or is it lost? Oh no, I haven't loaded the route into the FB. Absolutely right, thank you. I forgot you had to do that first. Thank you, boss. Good job you're here. There's going to be a few issues like this on this flight because I have flown this plane twice, but generally I haven't been flying very much at all over the last 4 months since my last stream. So yeah, there's going to be a few few little hitches here and there. Ooh. I can't remember how to use my ring light either, but it's dazzling me, so I'm going to turn it down. Right. Yeah, a little bit of rust, a little bit of brain rust, yes. Owen, welcome. It's going well, thank you. You did say you'd be here, and I'm very glad you are. Thank you for sticking around, even so it's late. Right. Now I need to purge this again, but I don't know how. Okay, route request. Here we are, SimBrief route. That's the one. Select route. Now we're not going to use set payload or set fuel because we've already boarded and we've already refueled. But what we are going to do is head over to the EFB and click the button that makes absolutely certain that our weights and balances match those in the flight plan. So, weight and balance. Import weight and balance from SimBrief, and the job is jobbed. Does it operate appreciably differently to the 300 ER? No, it's very, very similar. Slightly different flight dynamics. Setup is exactly the same, except for a few things that PMDG have updated and upgraded, like this EFB, which is slightly different to the one in the 300 ER. But no, if you can fly one, you can fly the other. Absolutely. Okay, so we're going to load the uplinked route. I need to change this, don't I, so I can click on all the keys. There we are. Right, route uplink loading. We will activate that and execute it. Now we're going to go back to initref, and we're going to do our perf init. So we should just be able to double click 0 fuel weight and get it populated. We're going to enter our final reserves. The final reserves by default are always really high, and I'm not entirely sure why that is. But let me just open my briefing and see what we have here. FinRes should be 5.4. 5.4 tons. I'm just checking that this has been done in pounds, because it would be rare that I remember that. I did this flight plan yesterday. Did I select pounds? Yes, I did. Gosh, well done me. 5.4 imperial tons. Matt, good morning, boss. Welcome. Nice to see you. We're underway, as you can see, but you haven't missed too much. Did I get the A350 refund at last, Phil? But you're looking forward to it on the Xbox, but not anymore. Might get the 737 or something. No, not yet. I mean, any builds have not yet played ball. But I'm hoping they will. I'm still hoping they will. I find it absolutely staggering that that they still haven't issued a refund. I can't think of any other flight sim developer that would not have just said, "Oh yeah, fair enough, it's not for you. Here's your money back." But we are where we are. We won't dwell on that for now. Pounds versus kilograms. Yes, but I am in pounds. I am in pounds. Your 777 from PMDG works perfect in FSX. That's all I want, without any disappointments, and computer is happy not being overheat. Just internet can ruin flight. Yeah. So you're still flying your 777 in FSX and enjoying it. Good. Before I break that. Dear. Good. Right. I shouldn't have done that. I should have clicked reject because I've changed things. But we'll change that back to 5.4. We're cruising at flight level 410. Our cost index is 85. That is all correct. So that's good. Right, onwards. We're going to input our departure and arrival runways and our SIDS and stars. So we are anticipating, I think it was 34 right. Let me just check. Yeah, 34 right, Seattle 9 departure. Execute. And for the arrival, we're expecting 16 left. We'll do the ILS. And we're going to do the Flatty 4. Flatiron 4, perhaps? Perhaps. Haven't looked at the chart. I'm going to look at the chart. I need to know now. No, just Flatty 4. Just Flatty 4. Because they don't actually name their waypoints, do they? We are going to use the MJ transition. And the stand by. practitioner. Approach transition. Execute that. Yeah, no, good. I'm pleased. I mean, really, you need the joy of flight simulation is that there's a setup that works for different people, and yeah, I love it. I love the fact that people are still enjoying FSX. There's even people still flying FS 2004, which was, in my opinion, in terms of stability and reliability, peak MSFS. So no, it's good. We can only hope, mate. Indeed. It's 3 a.m. where I've just wanted to catch up a bit before you go. Have a blessed day and week. And to you as well, Owen. Thank you for popping by. I appreciate it. And I hope it won't be so long till the next one. So yeah, see you again soon, I hope. Looks like whoever runs their Instagram is in the UK because they posted a few stories of their EKA 380 flight into Heathrow. Perhaps they'll ask you out for a beer and do you a deal under the table. No, IndyBuilds are a UK-based company. That's why I'm able to do what I'm doing. 5.4 seems about right, to be honest. Good, I'm pleased. But it was originally giving me 10.4, which is too much. Right, where was I up to? Ah, yes, arrival and departures sorted. We're going to skip through the legs page. We're going to have a little, obviously we've got a vectors leg, which we need because Seattle 4 departure is just fly runway heading and await a vector. So we'll give ourselves a direct to the first waypoint shortly after departure. But we're looking for any other discontinuities or any other obvious issues, and there are none. So we're going to head up back to the overhead panel and carry on from there. IFE passenger seats and cabin utility are both on. The emergency lights are armed. We already did that. Window heat, all 4 are on. The hydraulic pumps, we're going to turn for now the right electrical pump to auto, having checked that we have 8 fault lights as we should. And we're going to check for a brake pressure climb. And you may have just spotted it going up.
Traffic Frontier 136 pushing back, stand Bravo 14.
Alex, you've been out of the game for a while, but I believe you're on Unicom rather than the CTAF frequency, which should be 119.9, boss. Do you not have to use the legs in order to skip? You do. Have I already shown off the scenery? No, I haven't. What I thought we'd do is get the plane all set up and go and have a little bit of a look around as we taxi out. But yeah, if people are keen, then I'll do a little bit of a spin around with the drone before we push back. Maybe I should do that, in fact. Right, so we had a brake pressure climb. We're going back up to the overhead. We're going to turn on the seat belts because we finished refueling and also everyone's on board. We're going to do a quick fire test and we're going to verify that we have 10 things and a noise. So we have APU fire handle lit up. We should have the forward and aft arm lit up. 2 engine fire handles should be illuminated.
Treed Ewan became a member.
They are.
Treed Ewan celebrates 42 months of membership. Who's this?
Treed we went. Lovely to see you, boss. How are things? Welcome back. See, Alex, in the US and Canada, rather than using 122.8, they use the tower frequency. They have a designated CTAF frequency, and everyone talks on that rather than Unicom, so that you're only talking into and hearing people at or around the airport you're flying into. Oh, you looked for that? 119.9. You can do .ctaf space the KSEA. Utterly ambiguous guidance. Nonsense. Right, I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm just gonna carry on. One tries one's best. Autocomers can get in a bit. Oh my god, Alex is gonna be banned. There's a very high chance that Wojtek will log in and wallop you for that, boss. Very high chance indeed. Anyway, we had 10 things and a noise. The fire test I think we can class as a rip-roaring success. We need to turn on our fuel pumps. We're just going to check if we have any fuel in the center ones. We don't, so it's just the left and right. We had 4 pressure enunciations. In fact, we don't need the fuel pumps on. I misread that entirely. And I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. We're turning the fuel pumps off. We're just verifying the 4 pressure enunciations, which we have. Anti-icing should all be in auto. Anti-ice, where are you? It's weird, isn't it? You get out of the habit of looking at a plane because you haven't flown it for a while. You just can't find anything. I know that they will be in auto. There's pressurization, bleed air. Where's the anti-ice? Come on, man. Window heat. Bottom center panel. Oh, it's the knobs. I was looking for push buttons. Yes, thank you. They are all on auto. Lovely. Thank you, Trudeau. Thanks, everyone. Nav lights are already on. Indicator lights we can test. Now that switch, I think, is here. So we get a pretty display with all of the buttons lit up. And that can now go back to bright. Bleed air, verify all auto and on. They are. Pressurization, verify outflow valve set to auto. And they are. We're going to set the local pressure. We're just going to press B because obviously we want the actual pressure in the sim, which is 30.26 inches of mercury. EFIS, we're going to turn on airport, terrain, and traffic. We're going to turn on our flight directors. We're going to set our runway heading, which is going to be 344. There's Alex over there pushing back. What's he doing? I missed the beginning. .344 set. You may have seen Mildred going mad in the background, or I might have blocked her, I don't know. Altitude, well, we don't have any clearance, so we're going to just climb up to our cruising altitude straight away, which is flight level 410. LNAV and VNAV can come on. Auto brake we can set to RTO. Transponder, we're going to set our squawk, and we've got one from Auto ATC, and it is 6611. Radios we're going to tune, so we're going to set the CTAF frequency, which is 119 at decimal 9er. 119 at decimal 9er. Because to my mind, I want to clarify that I don't think the Board of Governors should get in the bin. I just don't. I'm not on board with that. I take no responsibility for the insubordination of my viewers. Radios tuned, right, good, lovely. Oxygen, check notches at 100%. We don't need oxygen. It's going to be fine. And with that, we can do our pre-flight checklist. So oxygen has been tested 100%. I mean, we can if you want. There you are, 100%. Yeah, it's all good, it's all good. Flight instruments, heading is set. It's showing a 224 altimeter is set to 30.26. We'll set our parking brake. And the checklist is complete. Right, we're going to do our performance calculations. Auto ATC is something that happens with VATSIM in the US these days, where if there's no controller online, they will provide you with a squawk and some other information. It's like CPDLC, it's like a very basic automatic CPDLC type thing. Can we highlight the fact that that in 3 days Faroe has its 3-year anniversary? Oh my god, really? That's amazing. I feel very old. I feel very old. That was doesn't feel like it was that long ago. But yes, I've been at this a while now. I suppose you have to just accept it. That was a good flight. That was a very good flight. So as you can see, wind 030 at 7. Outside air temperature is only 9 degrees. So in fact, well, it's in auto, isn't it? But I think we should probably choose engine anti-ice for this, because we should have some anti-icing on at that temperature when it's cloudy. Calculate, and we have there our V-speeds and our
Frontier 136, taxiing
trim.
runway 34 right via Bravo.
Much better, boss. Well done. Right, so what we can do for ease of use is we can move the EFB down here, so we can just copy the figures across. I would like, let me know in the chat, team, what you think of the ghost hand. We had a discussion about it in the Club Filbert voice chat yesterday, and there were mixed opinions. I don't really like the ghost hand. I feel it detracts from rather than adds to my immersion. Others were saying, but it can't just float there. So, you know, I see both points of view. Oh my god, nothing changes, does it? Nothing changes. What have I not done? I haven't done something, otherwise I would have figures in here. Maybe I just haven't done this. So thrust limit, we're going to use 38 as the assumed temperature and takeoff 2. Have to do takeoff 2 before putting in the temperature, otherwise you lose it. This is a point for Liam, if you're listening. 38 degrees. I still don't have calculated takeoff speeds, which definitely means I've done something wrong. But what is it? What have I done wrong? Maybe I just put the flaps in? Oh, I just put the flaps in. There you are. I was doubting myself for absolutely no reason. Because that's what it usually is. I haven't chosen a departure runway, but I knew I had done that. So there we are. Centre of gravity's in. Speeds calculated by the plane are all exactly the same, or 1 knot within 1 knot of the EFB performance calculator. So we're going to just select all of those. We do need to know the thrust reduction and acceleration altitudes, if we can find those on the black box's site. If not, we'll just use the defaults. KSEA. Yes, 1440 and 1440 are the altitudes. Being a Boeing, it'll want the height, so we're at 400 feet. So that is 1,000 and 1,000, isn't it? 1,000 and 1,000. There we go. And our engine out acceleration height for all runways here is 1,500 feet, 1,900 altitude. You'd prefer no hand. You think it looks incredibly out of place. Yeah, you like the ghost hand. I make you feel old a lot these days. Yeah. A classic Filbert Fly stream. What was that? Oh, Fire Traffic Oi Oi. Yeah. Yeah. M degree, yes indeed, it is me. It is me. Your long lost hero. It can't just float, but I'd want a different solution. It could sort of rest. Sort of. I think it could sort of rest because there's an angle. If you get what I'm saying, it's very hard in 2 dimensions to show what I mean. Here's your panel. Here's your FMC. Could it not just rest there, perhaps? It might look a little bit unlikely, but yeah, don't like ghost hand. Don't like ghost hand. It's yes, but yeah. Wojtek is right. It is Frontier Flight. He is right. If you wouldn't mind. So there we are. We've done that. What comes next? Let's check. Done our V speeds. Done all of that. Trim we're going to set now. So that's 6 units we're after. I'm going to put the EFB back over here where it's out of the way. Can't remember where the click spot is. Can't remember. It's got a little bracket, isn't it, somewhere? See it here. There we are. Good. EFB is back out the way. And we're going to set 6 units of trim.
Traffic Frontier Flight 136, departing runway 34 right.
I have set my trim buttons the opposite way around in 2024 to how they were in 2020, and it drives me mad. I don't know why I've done it. Anyway, there we are. There's 6 units. We're going to set our V2 speed on the thing in the IAS window, 137. There we go. we're going to start the APU. Could have done it earlier, but we have over here a sign. Ooh, ugh. Cameras work. Right. We have over here a sign that explains that there is cool air coming through the jetway. I'm going to have to get out to show you. This pipe delivers heated and cooled air to the cabin so the pilot doesn't have to leave the engine running. It's a little bit dumbed down for the general public, isn't it?
Passing 1,300 feet.
Good! So yes, as I was saying... Oh my god, I've just thrown my mouse on the floor. We'll start the APU. Have I already done it? Did I do it? I can't remember. No, I didn't. There we are. So straight over to start. We're going to get all of the doors closed up. And then just before we push back, we're going to go and have a look around the airport. Door management, close all. And once they're closed, we will arm them. And because I always forget to do it, I'm going to remove the chocks right now. Or maybe I'm not. Why can't I remove the chocks? Ah, because the ground power unit is still there? Yes. Release. Remove chocks. Good. Oh. What did we not check, team? What did we not check? We did not check that the APU was supplying power. Why do we never learn? Why do we never learn? Let's put it back on external power for now. It's very easy in this plane as well because you can just wait for the secondary external power to tick off. So simple even a pilot understands. Dear. Right, now we've looked now what's happened here. We've lost some stuff. But I think we'll mostly be okay. Right, now we can disconnect the external power. We can turn that off. Release it. And be back to where we should be. Good. So simply. And yes. When Alex says it's Frontier, it's Frontier. Frontier flight always reminds me of Sam's yes I know it's a flight I'm flying. Oh yeah. Not using CTEF wrong call sign, sort it out. Well, yes, I know. It's been a while for him, but I think that no one will be as disappointed in Alex as Alex is himself, RN. So we can, can allow him. Right, let's take a spin around the airport because I haven't really had a chance to have a good look at it myself. There is here what I can only describe as a POG Gatwick style bridge, but with American proportions. And it even has a modelled interior, which is lovely. Does this have a modelled interior, this escalator bit? Looks like it. Yeah, look at that. These are long old escalators, aren't they? Very long. Very nice. We'll have a little look inside the terminal building. I have already done this from when I took the screenshot, but I think the level of interior modelling is high. On a par with any builds who, say whatever else you might about them, are very, very good with their interiors. So I think that's very nice as well. We'll head over to this section of terminal, have a look at some of the texture work. Ground textures, by the way, which we'll see more of during the taxi, are very good. This was something I didn't like about MK Studio sceneries in the past, and they've really upped their game with them. Again, modelled interior. A limited area, but I guess this is what the gates around Seattle look like. I like the fact that they have spent time over where the jetways connect. A lot of developers don't bother with that, and they look really weird and out of place. We'll take a spin over to the land side, I think. We have a railway line with animated trains. You may see one just disappearing into... Oh my god.
422 heavy lining up for departure 34 right.
Bruh, talking. You know what I mean? Anyway. We've got model railway line. Sorry, railroad, I should say, with animated trains. A lot of detail in the roads, which I always really like. Gone are the early days when we just had default blurry satellite imagery on the ground here. These car park ramps are quite something, aren't they? Almost look like a fairground ride. India's always been good with the flashy stuff. It's everything else they seem to miss or willfully ignore. I'm going, well.
Seattle,
No comment.
422 heavy departing 34 right Seattle.
Bye.
Bye.
So yes, the railway bridge is...
Please have, please.
The railway bridge is good.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
After departure, please contact 122.8. Bye. Right. So there we are. Good bit of landside detail. Look at the fence. Oh my god. It's a long time since I've done a fence review. But look at the detail. No guns allowed. No guns allowed. Imagine that. Imagine having to state that. Oh, look at that, though. That is pog. My screenshot button doesn't seem to be working, but look at that. Look at Sam going. Very, very nice. Oh, the nostalgia. Yeah. Was that a tunnel exhaust near that car park / railway back there? I don't know, boss. I don't. Probably. Look at the train. There we are. I was hoping to catch a train. Airport. Nice. The doors don't open. I don't care at all. Really nice. I have only Nairobi scenery from Unibills. They do airports in very good quality. I do agree that their airports look good. I've always classed Unibills airports as upper mid-tier. I think they're probably a little bit above MK Studios in terms of visuals. Very close, but maybe slightly better. But their performance optimization is not so good. Oh, this is nice. MK Studios really are getting better and better. Look at this texture work on this building. Very, very immersive. Very immersive. Not quite up there with Flightbeam, but or NZA or people like that, but really not far off at all. I like it. I like it a lot. The one thing I did want to look at was the terminals that I feel AmSim and VMworld messed up. Where were this one? I know, again, the gates are really close together, so maybe that's a little bit unfair. This looks dangerous. I feel this pole should... Either the pole should not be there or the stand should not be there. Detail is crazy, it is. How dare they take away our Second Amendment rights? I know, boss. Seattle Mass Transit is really good. I've been on it, actually. Yeah, I've been on it. I took a day trip to Seattle from Vancouver when I was visiting my friend out there on the Amtrak Cascades, and then I did a little bit of travelling around on it. It's good. Windows reinstalled. Now the long process of getting everything else installed. But it's exciting. It's exciting, boss. The first bit is done. Well, the build is done. Windows is working. Now it's the fun stuff, really, isn't it? Assuming by everything else you mean Flight Sim, not Microsoft Word. That's less exciting. Oh, it's good. They've really put a lot of work into this, and it was worth it. It looks lovely. Hats off to MK Studios. I like it very much. Very much indeed. Hello, Mildred. Do you want to come and see the people? No, she does not. She just wants my uninterrupted attention, and she can't have it because you have it, and she has to learn to share. Good. After Dublin V2, I really started to like MK Studios again. Yes, me too. Used natural. What do you mean, Ian? What are these clips? I haven't looked at these clips. Is it the same clip? We'll start the APU. Have I already done it? Did I do it? I can't. Good. Good. So yes, as I was saying. Oh my god, I've just thrown my mouse on the floor. Yeah, right, good. What was the other one? This one? Detail. Look at the fence. Oh my god. It's a long time since I've done a fence review, but look at the detail. No guns allowed. No guns allowed. Imagine that. Imagine having to state that. Oh, look at that though. Oh, this is good. I'm glad you captured this. But my screenshot button doesn't seem to be working. Good, 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 good. I like them both. The second one more. Started with Windows 10 and ran a debloater. I gained like 5 FPS and it became more stable. Okay. You have a closer look to Wall of Haggart and I mean IVM about... Oh, right, I see. Yeah. I don't know what IVM is because, well, I just don't know what IVM is. But I assume you like the textures because they look natural and used. Right. I think we should go flying, don't you? We've done a lot of chat. We've spent a long time on the ground. We've had a good look around the airport. So yeah, let's do it. Right, doors closed. External power set primary to off. We've done that. We've dismissed the GPU. We're going to change the transponder to Expeder. Which I always struggle to find. No, that's TA only. There we are. And we're going to turn on the hydraulic pumps by drawing a C, starting with the C2 electrical pump, setting that to auto. Auto. Oh, that's already on. They stay on all the time. C1, C2 electrical. We're going to turn the fuel pumps on now, left and right, but not center because there's no fuel in them. We are going to make sure the seatbelt sign is on, and it is. And we're going to do our before start checklist. Oh, do not need that. Oxygen has been tested. We've done the pre-flight. Bruh. Done that. Before start. Flight deck door closed and locked. Yes, it is. MCP. We have V2. That's... when I lost power, it lost all of this. I'd forgotten about Boeing's doing that. Okay, that's fine. So we'll set V2. This is why we do checklists. V2 137. Heading needs to be runway heading. Not one-way heading. 347. Altitude was going to be flight level 410. LNAV and VNAV are going to be armed. Flight directors are both still on, so I think we're back to where we were there. Takeoff speeds, V1128, VR132, V2137. CDU pre-flight has been completed. Trim, 6 units, 0 and 0. 6 units, 0 and 0. Taxi and takeoff briefing. Well, we haven't done that, but what we're going to do is we're going to taxi the plane to the runway. Then we're going to line up on the runway and go really, really fast down it. Then we're going to pull back, point the nose at the sky and go in the sky. And we'll turn the beacon on. Right, let's get pushed back. If we could. So the parking brake is set. Is it set? Yes, it is. And pressurized. Yep, chocks are away. ICAS, we should only have TCAS off and engine shutdown on there, which we do. That's it. Good, I'm glad we're ready for pushback. It's probably as good a time as any to say welcome to everyone who has joined, but perhaps who hasn't said hello in the chat. Thank you for being here. If you're watching on YouTube, I'd very much appreciate it if you hit the like button and subscribe. If you're watching on Twitch, I'd very much appreciate a follow there. Yeah, that's all I have to say on the matter.
Locking gear.
Now, Umberto has yet to do a proper full profile for the 777-200ER on GSX, so some of these things, some of these animations and things aren't quite there. Passenger animations aren't quite there either. And to add to my woes, there is no, or there wasn't yesterday, I didn't check this morning, but there was no GSX profile for MK Studio Seattle yet. Right, which way do we want to face? Nose... Wait, hang on. No, I don't want to mess this up. We want to go nose right. Yes, we're at Sierra 7, so we want to go nose right to left.
Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start
now, this having Pratt & Whitney engines, we can start both together, which will save us some time. So both engine start switches to start. And we can go straight onto run. We should really have the engine page up on the lower right cast, shouldn't we? Or the hydraulic page even, the stat page. There we go. That's what we want. Got oil pressure. All is well with the world. I will see if GSX gives me a pirouette, yeah. Is that what it did with you? Did it spin you all the way around? That is cool, isn't it? Oh, what have I done there? What have I done? Sorry, I don't know what I've done. Oh, I just looked at the ground. I was so immersed temporarily. Can't wait to jump seat in one of those. No, that'd be cool. No pirouette, I'm afraid. But there's someone that wanted to know this scenery is advertised for. Yes, it is. Yeah, yeah.
Set parking brakes. Unlocking gear.
Unlocking gear. So we seem to have two good engine starts, and we know that there's no red notch anymore, which supports that theory. We are going to now set our takeoff flaps, which are going to be 5. Who is messaging me? Good. We're going to turn off the APU. Chubby aircraft it is. We know you like grand taste, just stop obsessing over them.
Tow truck disconnected.
Right, APU off. Flight controls
Left
check.
is clear.
So we
Right
can
is clear.
display our flight controls page on here. Up, down, left, full right, rudder, full left, full right, and neutral. I've got a feeling you do it the other way around on Boeings, but you know, whatever. So that is that done. Before taxi checklist. So anti-ice is on auto. Recall. Let's do a quick recall check. Just TCAS off, which is what we want. Auto brake we can set to RTO. Flight controls have been checked. Ground equipment is clear. Taxi light can come on. And we can start taxiing. But obviously we need to speak on the CTAF frequency and work out what we're going. Taxi lane 88 and then Bravo. Yeah. Seattle traffic, United 1224, taxiing to holding point 34 right via taxi lane 88 and Bravo. Brakes off. And away we go. It's quite exciting, isn't it? And the general ambience of this airport when you're taxiing around it, pretty convincing, right? Pretty immersive. Oh, thank you, boss. The altimeter was set, but evidently that gets reset when you lose power as well. God knows why that would be. And once we're on a straight bit, we will do the before takeoff checklist. Don't think this is Bravo, I think this is Whiskey, but never mind. I have started turning, therefore I am committed. Oh no, maybe it is. The aircraft is quiet, but they haven't finished the engine sounds yet. So I'm sure they will improve. In fact, I know they will improve. Yeah, the CRJ was a nightmare for that, wasn't it? The sounds from the cabin are pretty good, I think. So what we're going to do is just go straight ahead here. This is where, of course, you would change from the apron frequency to the ground frequency. And we'll have a little look-see at the checklist. Flaps 5 set before takeoff checklist complete. I do like a Boeing checklist. And because we're away from the terminal, we can switch to TARA on the transponder. And we're pretty much good to go, I think. I've been told that the 777 flight day actually is pretty good. I really... Yeah. The scenery around here is just lovely. I'm quite excited about it. Haven't departed from Seattle probably for about 3 years. So it's quite exciting to see all the pretty stuff. Right, let's just pause here, seeing as we're not in any particular hurry. Set the parking brake and talk through the takeoff. I need to change my parking brake settings to realistic. Get to see radio. Oh yes, of course. Right, so we're going to put on our landing lights. There's a click spot here for all of them. Runway turn-offs and strobes. And wing lights, which is something that I always forget about, but it's something that certain carriers do. And we're going to increase the thrust to 55% till stable, then we're going to toga it. And we're going to pitch up at 1 to 2 degrees per second and we're to 15 degrees nose up, which should take us about 10 seconds. And that's it really. So I think we'll just get on with it. Seattle traffic United 1224 taking off runway 34 right, departure to the east. Boeing posted a rather nice thing on Facebook about how the mountain has been with them the whole time, showing a series of photos of test flights, etc. with Rainier in the background. Oh, nice. I sometimes feel that this bit, this lining up on the runway and the anticipation, is the best part of a flight. Possibly other than the landing, but the landing's hit and miss, right? You can come to the end of a flight and feel quite dejected after a shoddy landing. But this bit is always pog. Right, everybody ready? Then let us go.
Airspeed's alive.
Toga. Yeah, exactly, especially a big heavy plane.
V1.
Rotate. V2. Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. And we're going to get the autopilot on so that we can have a nice early look outside and see this airport and this glorious landscape from above. Oh, wrong button. A little bit lively with the pitch adjustments. And we can go to flaps 1. It's good, no? It's good! I have missed this. I've missed you guys. Right. Flaps up. And I think we can begin our turn direct to our first waypoint, which is... Ooh. Is it Seattle? Or should we go direct normie? We should go direct normie. Execute. And away we climb. Seattle down there. I know, Marty, I know. I know. Haven't seen enough of me this month at all. Oh, it's lovely, is it not? What a sim. And what a city, and what a landscape, and what a time to be alive. And what a guy in charge of it all. Right, let's do some after takeoff stuff. So we'll go through to the next page. Landing gear is up, flaps are up. And that's all we need to do until we hit 10,000 feet. So we'll blank the lower ICAS display. We'll increase our range. And we'll switch to Unicom. Thanks, Nick. Flappy wings. Bit of wing flex there. Always nice to see. Some really nice detail in the cabin. You'll notice the seat back tellies are showing the United screens. We've got United Airlines decals on the bulkhead areas. And much like with the 300ER, PMDG have excelled themselves with the quality of the cabin in general. Very, very nice texture work, very immersive. Climbing through 8,000 feet now. I hope the cloud doesn't prevent us from seeing Rainier. You'd want to do continental ops. Well, you'll be able to. I'm sure there's a continental livery. There must be. Are you going to get this plane, Liam? Sunrise in Toronto shortly. Time to go to bed. Stephen, thank you very much for sticking around and watching our departure. And yeah, see you soon, I hope. Sleep well. Right, there's 10,000 feet. So we're going to ding the no smoking signs. And because we're in a nice stable climb, we can turn the seatbelts off, I think, as well. We're going to turn off our landing lights and our runway turn-offs and our taxi light and our wing lights. Should we pretend I meant to do that? Yeah, let's pretend I meant to do that. And we're going to get our comm page on the lower ICAS display. And we're away. Oh, really, Liam? So you're installing stuff but not flight sim stuff? Come July, you'll be getting back in the cockpit. Okay, good. Good. Where are you living at the moment, then? Are you in with your parents or something? I'm sure you've told me this, but I've forgotten. Oh, no, you're with a friend? I think you're with a friend. You're staying with a friend. Not really sure. Got a memory like a Civ boss. It's not that I'm not. It's not that I don't care. You know that. Should we have some tunes? Let's have some tunes and let's talk about Club. Oh my goodness me, HK, there's a blast from the past. Nice to see you. How are things? You've just missed our departure, but there's plenty more to come. I am well, thank you. Yeah, I'm very well. Yourself? Currently crashing at a work wife's house. That's right, I did know this. I had forgotten, but I did know this. Same when you beat Miss. Yeah. You can't beat a good bit of domestic abuse bants on a Monday morning. Right. We're going to have a bit of Cora. We're going to go right back to where it all began for Filbert Flies and the Epidemic Sounds playlists. Lovely. Right, 18,000 feet. Is that standard? Standard cross-checked. Now, we were discussing this yesterday. There seems to be a lot of being blown about. A lot of this sort of weird behaviour across all planes across 2020 and 2024. It's a bit annoying. They've done something with the weather engine again, which has made it less realistic than it should be. BTW, manual save work today in PMDG except the brakes died. Yes, PMDG aircraft are generally quite good at saving. What happened with the brakes though? I didn't mean to do that. I wanted nothing on my screen. There we are, that's what I wanted. I thought I'd just do a little spin around the aircraft in a two-tone Murphy-esque manner. Cat collection day today, exciting. Oh, well, I hope it goes well. Are you bringing him by train or are you driving down to get him? You've actually been thinking of picking the CRJ back. Picking up the CRJ when you get back into it. Flying around the States, maybe you want to visit all those regional airports I flew through / drove past. Yeah? It might drive you mad, boss, but it's a lot better than it was actually, V2. No, it's not supposed to be this bumpy. I mean, we are going over mountains, so you would expect some level of turbulence. But I think that, as I say, something's gone a bit awry with the weather and the winds in the Sims. Also, the mountains look quite blurry, a lot blurrier than they did in 2020. I might have to tweak a setting or two, I guess. Please exhibit your cat. They are not about at the moment. I think Mildred's gone out. Morris is sleeping. I might be able to show you him in a minute. Lovely, isn't she? Lovely plane. Beautifully shiny. And a great classic livery for our first stream in her. Anyway, back to all of the stuff around the screen, and probably time to talk a little bit about Club Filbert. So Club Filbert is a membership program on YouTube, a subscription program on Twitch, whereby you can give me money in return for an enhanced level of love. Basically, that's what it buys you, as well as access to exclusive channels on the Discord server. And the odd private group flight and that sort of thing as well. There should be some information coming up on your chat shortly about both of these. Yes, there we are. So yes, if you'd like to know more, click the link that is applicable, or just click subscribe, or just click join. I get why people like it, but I kind of hate this livery. It's probably just the sim, but it looks so dull and lifeless. It does look worse in the sim than IRL, I think. What have I missed? It has been really bumpy the last few days. I can't speak to the last 48 hours, but the 2 days before that it was impossible to route around turbulence. Oh, really? Terrain LOD, is that the setting I need to use? Okay. You see, from here, from the flight deck, it looks alright. But from the drone view, it looks blurry. It could be my zoom level, I guess. Maybe I just zoomed in. Yeah, I was a bit zoomed in. Oh, that looks better. That looks better, doesn't it? Yeah, I think that's fine. Free 2 months. Is that between... What's that between? School... You finished school or something? Why have you got 2 months free? 2024 scenery does look more blurry when flying compared to 2020. Oh, does it? Okay. Not just my setup or settings. Car, Roger. Probably best. How is he in the car? Does he cry all the way, or is he alright? Oh yeah, I mean, I think everyone prefers the 300ER, right? Everyone prefers it. It's just it's a more impressive looking machine. But I like the variety of routes that you get with the 200. Drone view does that, okay, not just me. It must be something to do with the zoom level, I think, as well, in the drone view. Boss, bedtime. Nice to see you back here, Nick, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you for coming. And sleep well. Sleep well, I shall see you soon. And on that note, I think I'm just gonna nip to the loo. I'll be back momentarily. I'm back, and I happened to find this wandering about. So, oh, Mildred. I thought I'd bring her along to say hello, but yeah, she's not keen. She's not keen. I'm just going to go and give her some treats because I feel a little bit guilty now. What do you think? There we are. Conscience eased. All is well. Did a year of college. We had 2 months. What have I missed? Had 2 months. Okay, nice. 300 air flies like a boss. For real. And you can be the big bully even where there's an A380 at the airport. Bribe delivered, yes. So how are people finding performance in 2024 in general? Because I think some people find it better and some people find it worse. For me, it's better most of the time. But yes, I'm curious whether that's typical. Did we miss Mount Rainier? Are we even routed close to Mount Rainier? I don't know. See, that terrain looks pretty damn good now, doesn't it? Better make the most of it before we go into the nothingness. Use 2020, but regardless, actually PMDG is superb. Yesterday confirmed entire 777 fleet is free update for 2020 owners and cross-platform compatible and optimized. Yeah, you see, this is why I don't mind there not being a discount on airframe variants when people already own one, because I've never felt that that PMDG are taking the mickey with their pricing, because they offer updates for free and they support a product more or less for its lifetime and do quite significant upgrades to it without asking for any more money. And that's not something you necessarily get with all developers, right? When it works better, though I found that SU1 and SU2 beta don't work well enough for my satisfaction, so I've reverted to 2020. Okay, I haven't tried any of the betas actually on this. I am in 24. Oh, does it? Oh, I shall change that, boss. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. HK. But on the flip side, and playing devil's advocate, the innie simps would say that actually you get 2 airframes for the price of for the price they're asking. But essentially, I'm not. I don't believe either of them flies particularly realistically, and I'd be very surprised if there was a significant difference between the two. So I think you get one airframe with a different exterior model, but that's just my guess. What was I going to do? Oh yes, Twitch. Twitch changed the game. What was I going to do? Oh yes, Twitch. Oh god, why is this not muted? Bruh! I told you there'd be a few teething problems. Mind you, it's not like I was ever particularly fluent at this sort of thing before. How do I change game? Edit. Here we are. Edit. It's under category, isn't it? Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Done. Now we just have to wait for people to flock in because they see I'm flying 2024. Tazzy, welcome, boss. Nice to see you. It's better for me in 2024, but it has days when it's worse. Mostly on the weekend, I guess, when more people are using the servers. I wonder if that's it. Amazing boy, 1461. I admire your self-confidence. Welcome. I'm flying the Boeing 777-200ER. This one. This is your favourite livery? Oh, is it? Yeah, I like it. I don't like it as much as the metallic American Airlines one. But I'm a little bit scared to try that in this sim because I'm not sure the reflections are quite up to it. But in P3D and FSX, that was my favourite 777 livery. It's just beautiful. Robert flexes 777 as a tone of self-confidence. Yeah, you're probably right. I think you and Martin are of the same mind on that. But my favourite current plane is the either Qantas or Emirates A380. Okay. Which whereabouts are you from, amazing boy? Which country, I mean? I don't like the look of the A380, I've got to be honest. As a passenger, the experience is unmatched by any other aircraft. But to look at, I just find it ugly. You're from the UK? Ah, right, nice. Yeah. I just wondered if you're from Australia or the UAE, given your favourite planes. Who's this? OMG Skygirl. Good morning, Ian. Welcome. Nice to see you, and it's good to be back. It is good to be back. I have to say, 4 months is too long a gap. My favourite aircraft is the Boeing 747-400. I just think that was the peak of the 747 range. Perfectly proportioned, beautiful to look at. Yeah. I hope SU2 won't release with issues that I've experienced in beta, otherwise 2024 will be fully unusable for me. Yeah, I hope not as well. You'd like to think that the point of the beta is to make sure that they don't do that. But, yeah. The A380 is hideous, but as a passenger I hate to admit it, it's wonderful. I know. The economy. I've only been on one once, and that was Air France flying back from Hong Kong to Charles de Gaulle. And I was on the upper deck, so I had that bin next. You know, you get that bin under the window, which is really useful in its own right, but it also provides you with just that quite a lot of extra space for your shoulders. Smooth, quiet. It was the best economy class experience. I can't imagine any other plane coming close in the near future. But there you are. Yeah, the 748 is just a little. It's still lovely. It's still much nicer than the A380 to look at. But yeah, it's just a bit too long. It doesn't quite gel as a beautiful curvy object like the 400. Which airline did you fly the A380 on, Lou? You like the A340-600? Interesting. It's an impressive machine. It is. Yeah, it's impressive to look at. Long and sleek. I can see why you'd like that one. Sometimes you have to get over it. Some people worked hard on the A380. Especially, it's been 20 years since the first flight of the A380. Get over what? It's the MSFS team, so I expect them to do worse. Yes, this is true. My favourite United Airlines livery is this one. Although I do like this with the I like the Continental tails. I do quite like them as well. But yeah, this was peak United for me. Qantas to LA once and back to Sydney. Oh right, yeah, nice. Gosh, yeah, you've done a lot of flying, haven't you, recently? Do you have any more trips in the pipeline between now and Singapore and Malaysia 2026. You like the sounds of the A340-600? Good. I can't picture what it sounds like, actually. Only next May was good. Good. Something to look forward to. We need to start thinking about that, actually. I need to find out if I can get leave when I need it. And we need to work out, particularly with Tazzy and Zach, when would be convenient. Yeah, for them. But this was the time when September 11th happened, evolving to United Airlines. That's true. That's true. I hadn't thought of that connection. Whichever Airbus plane, boss. If it's Singapore, it's just something else, boss. They are super comfy. Emirates as well with their suites. Oh no, we're talking. Yeah, we were talking about our. Some of us are going to take a trip next IRL trip to Singapore and Malaysia next year. You'd like to go back to the States, maybe late 2026 or early 2027. Road trip from San Fran to Phoenix, maybe. And Mel and you are still going to do Japan at some stage. I still really want to go back to Japan at some stage. So does my friend Matty. We should try and meet up. That would be really good if we could. Don't have to do the whole thing, but if we could like meet up in Tokyo or something for a drink one evening, that'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? Fly Singapore Airlines, boss. You won't be sad. I would like to, but price, you see, boss. Price. And I also have quite a lot of Avios to use, so I'm thinking I might try and fly BA or Qatar or some airline I can use my Avios on. Alex, can I use Avios on Singapore? I can't, can I? I know. That's what I'm thinking. Really, it would be cruel if we were both going. If we're all going at a similar time, not to allow Mel the opportunity to meet me. No, I didn't think so. But was Singapore not one world? Am I totally imagining that? Am I a pilot? Yes, I am a pilot, but I don't fly airliners. I'm a private pilot, so I fly little planes for fun. Facts. Yeah. Exactly. Actually, you guys pay less for your home airline, unlike us. International fares are over the moon. Is that with Air India? I don't know. Flights out of London, flights out of Heathrow, long haul are blooming expensive. Oh, Star Alliance, Roger. Don't know why I thought they were one world. It's very peaceful back here, isn't it? Should Concorde come back? Should Concorde come back? No. Concorde was wonderful, but it was completely unsustainable. But I am quite interested in what's going to happen with this Boom supersonic aircraft, which is basically a Concorde replacement. That if they manage to make that affordable in any way, then that will be quite exciting, I think. So I don't think supersonic travel is dead, but I do think Concorde's... Well, we know Concorde is. What do I think of Korean Air's new livery? I quite like it, actually. Yeah, I quite like it. I'm going to look at it now. It reminds me a little bit of the Norse livery. But I wasn't a huge fan of their old livery. So, yeah. Yeah, I like it. What do you think? I'll bring it up on the stream so that others can see what we're talking about. This one. I like when you search for Google Chrome on a fresh reinstall, Edge pops up with a thing saying, give me a go, I'm not that bad, honest. Yeah. I like the simplicity of it. I like that they've turned their Pepsi logo into a sort of simple swirl. But I do miss the Asiana Airlines livery. I've had several very good flights with Asiana. I like their livery, I like their service. So that's a bit of a shame that we no longer have, that there's no competition anymore in Korea. And I don't think that can be a good thing for the consumer long term, probably. Sai120, hello. No, I haven't been here for a while. It's been 4 months since my last stream. Nice to see you back. And yes, I am. I'm all well, thank you. Kind of forgot about the Boom Supersonic. What airlines should buy the Boom Supersonic? All of them, except Ryanair. Big thing is the Sonic Boom. A lot of countries complain about how it upsets the livestock and banned it. Yes, but didn't they find it? Haven't they found a solution to it? I think they. I'm sure I read something where the people doing the Boom Supersonic had found a way of getting rid of it. I don't know how. It sounds, as I say it sounds unlikely. I thought. People are basically upset about the new Korean livery. The old livery is beautiful, according to a YouTuber named Aaron Ryan. Well, I think probably very few people are upset about it. No few on the Korean, really. Yeah, I quite like the logo as well. You missed the Pepsi logo. Yeah, the logo itself was quite iconic, I have to say. But the livery, I didn't love it. I didn't love it. I didn't like the light blue. The light blue and the dark blue combo. It didn't sit comfortably with me. So no, here we are. I don't mind that it's gone. It's like the copied KLM without the effort. No, it's not like the KLM logo, is it? The old livery was more like KLM's livery, I feel. The same colours, wasn't it? Same turquoisey blue. No Sonic Boom on ground. Confirmed after latest flight. There we are, I was right. See? I remember things sometimes. Just imagine Ryanair buying it would be the biggest insult for the companies. It would, but I can picture Michael O'Leary trying to do it. NASA is testing something to dissipate Sonic Boom. Well, it sounds like it's too late. Done it. Just had the happy discovery that I'm one meal up, meaning I can put off thinking about the next meal to make with just a microwave and a kettle. You're one meal up as in you have some leftovers, you mean? The new is not bad, but I think the logo is too simplified. Yeah, I guess they're saving money by only having one or two rather than 3 colours. But yes, perhaps they could have kept the old logo, but and still done the simplified font and the rest of it. I don't know. Your dad just came in and started watching the stream with you. You mean he went, oh, he shows you how it's done. He probably knows better. Well, if he's still watching, hello, Martin said, yes, I do know better. Is this the first time you've shown your dad my stream? It's remarkable. What's my dream airline job? I have no desire to work for an airline, really. I mean, obviously, if I was going to, it would be to be a pilot. But no, I don't. I don't think the airline industry is all that. Right, is one meal up just a cold potato? You can do a passable potato in a microwave, actually, you can. Ah, yeah, well, I can relate to that. So what, he assumed because I'm streaming that I know more than you? Is that what you're saying? What's that emoji, Matt? I can't see. I can't work it out. I can't make it out. Too small. Oh, it's a dancing dinosaur. It doesn't show up properly in Restream chat. You have a potato button on the microwave. What does that do? Care to do some group flying? Maybe one day. Yeah, I might organise another group flight at some point. Yes, that's exactly what he did. He streams. Oh, he must know more. You should show him Swiss 001, boss. Cooks the potato, right. Alex. What does it do that setting a 3-minute or 5-minute timer and pressing start doesn't do? How does it differ, in other words, from your standard method of microwave cooking? What does the potato button do that is different? That's what I want to know. I'd forgotten you were a Swiss 001 fan. Senses the moisture released from the potato to automatically adjust the time. Oh my goodness me. Wow. What will they think of next? What will they think of next? What microwave is this you have, boss? Because I've got a very basic one. I feel that maybe it's time to move with the times. Panasonic from 2012? Gosh, it's doing well, isn't it? Doing very well. What do you mean, amazing boy? Do I think the 747 was the failure? What do you mean? Can you cook rice in a microwave? No, I don't think so. I don't think... I mean, I appreciate the offer. But... I don't do a huge amount of microwave cooking. And I have a microwave that is new, quite a lot newer than 2012. Actually, not that much. It's probably the same age, actually, because I moved in here in 2012. But no, I'm alright, I think. Thank you, boss. Yes, you can cook rice in a microwave. I've never tried. The thing is, I don't cook many potatoes. I haven't cooked a baked potato for probably 15 years. So I think what I need to do is start cooking baked potatoes in the oven, and if I find it that I enjoy it but it's a bit too laborious, then get a potato microwave with a potato button. Right. It's super easy, lot. Well, yes, I'm sure it is. But is it easier than cooking rice in a pan on the stove? Why would you cook rice in the microwave rather than on the stove? Quicker, maybe. Do I do a lot of cooking in general? I do. I cook. I probably cook 3 times a week, 3 or 4 times a week, something like that. I go through phases where I'm sort of very into cooking, and I'll batch cook things and take them to work and have people round for dinner and that sort of thing. And then I go through phases where I just can't be bothered. But at the moment, I'm doing quite a lot of cooking, and I have a man for that. No, boss, I don't, because you missed the boat for me coming to live with you and Mel, so you are unable to be that man. You Dutchies definitely do. We don't talk about horrific aeroplane disasters on this channel, amazing boy. It's a little bit, what's the word? Unkind on the people who were affected. And a little bit weird. What about, oh, me not cooking baked potatoes, probably. Kmart sell these microwave toasty makers. I do a toasty in a microwave sometimes. What do these toasty makers do? Do they brown it? Do they brown it and actually make it crispy? That's pretty wild if they do. Quite want one. Sus looking link, but I swear it's still... Yeah, seen. Potato is the goat vegetable, I agree. I just clicked on it, didn't even think about that. Yeah, just baked potatoes, meh. I'll take them or leave them. Do I like American Airlines? Yes, I've had a good flight on American Airlines. A couple of good flights on American Airlines. I prefer Delta. Potato gives gas for you. Oh, does it? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What's that emoji for Sam? Oh, a toasty is a toasted sandwich. So you often make them. Well, you can get toasty makers where you put 2 slices of bread together and you put a bit of cheese, a bit of ham, or a bit of cheese, a bit of onion. Usually there's cheese. Almost always there's cheese. And then you basically grill them. So in America, they often do them in a pan and then weight them down with something. In the UK, we used to have a Breville sandwich toaster, which sort of compresses it together and makes 2 sort of bread pockets with stuff in. But yes, basically it's toasted bread with melted cheese and something else in. Sam has just overtaken you. Ah, right, Roger. I do live in the UK. I am indeed British. I am also Polish. I am both. But I've only recently been recognised as Polish, so it hasn't really... I don't think of myself as Polish, to be honest. Yet. But maybe I will one day. Glad to see you in the UK. Yes. Yeah, it's a good place to be. Thank you. No, I've always lived in the UK. It's grilled cheese if it's just cheese. That's an American thing. Grilled cheese is an American term for a toasted sandwich. And I didn't... a cheese toasty. And I didn't know the term melt. That's interesting. But yeah, grilled cheese is not something we say in the UK. Well, it's like everything. It's becoming more common because, you know... just homogenization of the English language, I guess. But I would always call it... I'd call it a cheese toasty. Your mum used to make them for you with omelette in the middle. Oh, that sounds really nice. Have you had a leftover spaghetti jaffle before? Not only have I not had a leftover spaghetti jaffle, but I don't even know what a jaffle is. You know someone else who is Polish but is in the UK? Is it that? What was his name? I know. Is he a flight sim streamer? Controlling Warsaw. Is that who you're thinking of? I know him. There's a lot of Polish people in the UK. My downstairs neighbour. Certified bra moment. It's always a great day when we see a British streamer or Polish streamer. What's the certified bra moment? I've got too far behind. Croque madame here or toasty, but a croque madame? Well, what is a croque madame? It's a particular type of toasty involving an egg, if I'm not mistaken. Possibly with a sort of bechamel on top, no? Yeah, croque madame is something very specific. It's not another word for toasty boss. If you're using it as a synonym, you are, as a nation, incorrect. I've learnt a little bit of Polish. Do I play any other flight sim games? No, I don't. Really. Warsaw Man, yeah. Is he still around? Does he still stream ever? I liked his stuff. Siema, yeah, indeed. My family called them sandwich toaster in Sri Lanka. Oh, really? Controlling Warsaw was live recently. Oh, good. It's nice you're getting all of your old favourites back. A jaffle is a toasty, but sealed like this. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that looks lovely, actually. Oh, I want that. But that's the type of toasty that you get out of a Breville sandwich maker. We don't have another word for it. That's interesting that you do. Oh, I'm really hungry now. Toasty is the more regular name. Okay, good. Stick with that, boss. Don't try and speak French as well. A hot pocket. Now again, that's a. I think that I don't know what a hot pocket is really. Is that what you'd call this jaffle thing? Or are they like the you buy pre-made ones, don't you? Yeah, I know. I have seen those before. But I don't know where I've seen them. I don't think I've seen them in the UK. Maybe I have. I take it you're American, are you, Bald Man Gaming? I'm sure I used to know this because you used to be a regular, but I don't remember things for long. I have visited other countries, yes, quite a few. What about you? Pardon me. That's similar to what your mum used to make with the omelette in the middle. Ah, we need to stop talking about food. I'm starving. Sorry, boss. Dutch is just a mixture of English, German, and French. Yes, but I'm genuinely surprised that you are misusing the French, because you're a nation of linguists, really. It's caption. Oh my god. Sorry, boss. I remember that now you've said it. I remember that now you've said it. Twitch account renamed Jumpscare. Well, you see it here. Yeah, there we are. And I can't see your picture. Oh, your picture isn't of you anyway, is it? Is it a plan? Good, right. I'm glad we know who's who now. Glad we got there. You visited Turkey, Cyprus, New York, Florida, Mauritius, Dubai, France. In July, go to Spain. Lovely. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Matty PPH. I was hoping he'd come because he's the sort of person. I'm sure that that's like Matt off Discord, right? Because he said that if I did a stream again, then he'd probably resubscribe. And initially I thought this Aussie Matt 95 guy was him, but can't be. So yeah, it's all very confusing, isn't it? It's all very confusing. Oh, please don't bloody change the name. I have to change those commands again. He sounds like a pretty cool guy. Yeah. He certainly used to be. I guess people change, don't they? They change, they lose interest, they find new things to do with their lives. But yeah, I did like him. He was very supportive of this channel. Gave me lots of money. He even helped me buy a new PC. What? Oh! Oh, gifted sub, boss. Thank you.
Just gifted one club Filbert subs on Twitch.
Who did that go to? I didn't. Who did it go to? That was meant to be to Matt. Who was it to? Oh, just a random. But it doesn't even tell me in. Oh right. Oh, Treedwen. It's Treedwen, boss. Treedwen deserves a sub. This Aussie Matt 95 guy, he's got. Well, I don't know. We don't really know him. Don't really know who he is. I wish I hadn't started this. It's very hard to keep up with what I'm trying to say. It's a good spend on money. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Sam, thank you. There we are. Tier 1 sub to Aussie Matt 95.
Pete Conrad _ gifted a tier 1 sub to Aussie Matt 95. They have given 31 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you, boss, very much. And that makes you now the latest tipper, the latest cheerer, and the latest gifter, which is remarkable. Consistency is appreciated, boss. If you want something done right, do yourself. Yeah, absolutely. Has anyone heard from Marker recently? I haven't seen him. I haven't seen or heard from him for ages. I guess he's maybe just busy controlling and hanging out with his VATSIM friends. Southern Reason. That doesn't work actually. I've tried that before. It doesn't work. It just breaks your streak, I think. Oh my god, Ryanair have just introduced pay by bank. So you can now buy your flights through bank transfer, which they say is more secure and smarter. But I suspect they're doing it so that they can't be they can't get any more chargebacks. Always pay with a credit card, never pay by bank transfer. Speaking of VATSIM, I've recently been promoted from mentor to examiner in your... Oh really? Congratulations. You're doing a lot of events that I keep seeing them pop up. Your Riga... Oh, do you call it... What do you call it? Riga Overload or something like that? It's doing a lot of... Ooh! Oh. I'd totally forgotten about these things. Thank you for the 150 bits plus, appreciate it. Nearly there for TD. What's TD? This stream is very peaceful. It is. It's quite zen. It's Cora's ear. He's providing the music. This was my first use of Epidemic Sounds. I think involved having Cora's ear as background music. Riga Overload is once per year. Baltic Jam is first Friday of every month. Riga Friday Fun is on every Friday. There you are. It's a lot of events. It's good. It's good. I'll have to try and fly in at some point. Our training director. Yeah, right. What was I going? Oh yeah, I was going to have a little look. No, it's fine. Disregard. A220 way. Oh, I know, it's been so blimmin' long. Are there still two in development? Because there was the... I don't think there are actually, are there? I think it's just the one that AnyBuilds have taken over. Or financing or whatever they're doing. But there was originally going to be a freeware one, which was going to be that one. And someone else was doing a payware one, right? Am I remembering that correctly? I think it is still alive, the AnyBuilds one. Would I ever fly Boom Supersonic? If I could afford to, yeah, absolutely. I used to have quite a lot of subscribers on here, Twitch subscribers who used to give me tier 3 money every month. But I stopped streaming, so they stopped subscribing, and so I'm now quite a lot poorer than I used to be. So I'm having to get back to the grind in the hope of regaining their trust and their love, you know. And then if I manage to do that, then hopefully when Boom Supersonic launches, I'll be able to afford to fly on it. Synaptic, that's it. Yeah, no, I knew it wasn't going to be freeware anymore, but I thought there was a second payware one, or that was always going to be payware. Sure, in the early days, but we're talking 5 years ago, and I haven't heard anything about it, so I assume it's dead in the water, I assume. Who says the love was lost? Well, I don't know if the love was lost, but I know that the physical manifestation of the love, the tier 3 subs were lost. I know that's happened, and that's, you know, that's just life at the end of the day, isn't it? But yeah, and really it's the physical manifestation that gets me excited more than the love itself. So. Oh, dearie me. Right. Anyway. No, nor me actually. As I said it, that's what I thought. The mantis look really good, don't they? Yeah. No, I don't think Hotstar were ever making an A220. Were they? Were they? Are they now? They might be now, but they weren't. That wasn't who I was thinking of. No. I might even. Do you know what? I might even be thinking about the E-Jets that had a payware and a freeware developer. I think I'm thinking of E-Jets. Then Synoptic was doing one for MSFS for free, then he bought it and now nothing. Yes, exactly. I know. Or just originally E-Jets with working VNAV. You know what I mean? That would do. Yeah, exactly. That TBH. Then I would buy them and fly them. Very beautiful, this part of the US, isn't it? Where even are we? Coming up to Idaho Falls. Yeah, basically slap bang over Idaho at the moment. Shortly going into Wyoming, then down into Colorado. Yeah, we went anywhere near California. California's quite a long way south of Seattle. So we've flown through Washington State, Washington State, Idaho, Wyoming, and Colorado. Those are the states that we're flying through. Oh no, boss. I think I might have to disallow this clip. Oh, it's muted. And really, it's the physical manifestation that gets me excited more than the love itself. So. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, well, there we are. Make of that what you will. Didn't mean it to be rude when I started talking, TBF. But sometimes I just start talking and regret it. There we are. Say Colorado. Is that a quote from something I should know, boss? Also, what's giraffe? I don't. There's a whole conversation I don't understand going on. I feel. Oh, it's from a Vine. Okay, Roger. Okay, Boomer. Cannot look, boss, because copyright strike on YouTube. I'll look afterwards if I remember though. This is the trouble with streaming on YouTube, of course. Yeah, only just though, boss. Only just. Why are you SMHing your head, boss? Because of YouTube copyright strikes. That's a good point to actually remind people that you really should subscribe on YouTube if you haven't already. You really should give the stream a like if you haven't already. And you should also follow me on Twitch if you haven't already. All of these things are very helpful to me, to the channel growth, and also to yourselves. They'll help make sure you don't miss future streams. Yes, boss. I mean, yeah, I think there will be future streams. This is not going to be the end. I'm not saying I'm going to go back to 3 times a week, but I would like to think I would start doing perhaps more than one every 4 months. Why, Jim?
Oh my god! Wow!
Good. Oh yeah, where's he? This is the sort of time of day when I might think old Harry might have been able to pop by, but maybe not. Assume he's working, maybe. Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. What was that Sydney flight I did the other day? Tassie flew Malaysian. I flew Korean Air. And Thai also did the same thing. They did. They flew, all three flew 777-200 ERs from their respective capitals to Sydney and then on to Brisbane. He got back home from Brisbane today. All right. Right. Well, there we go. Don't really have any words left, I don't think. Flying Korean to Brizzy, good vibe. It was a good vibe. It was, yeah, I enjoyed it. And I have to say, Innie Brisbane, nice looking airport. Done quite a good job. Yeah, and I think that's what Korean did, but from Incheon, right? If I remember rightly. And I think that's what Thai did from Suvarnabhumi. I didn't actually check that one, I just assumed. They definitely flew Sydney to Brisbane though. So I think it's the other way around, boss. I think it's the same way around as Mass. It certainly didn't make up the YSSY to YBBN leg. You know what I mean? Quite accurate too. Yes. Yes, I have got the A380. Yes, I flew that a few weeks back. Quite enjoyed it. Oh, did they? They may have done that. Yeah, they may have done that. It's possible. I just wish they still did. I sort of feel like we're getting all of these planes when they're on their way out, you know? 737NG, all the 777s. And it's a shame because I like doing current flights. But there is a plethora of historic flights to enjoy. Not least this one we're doing today. Lot of fields now. Hello, Mildred. What do you want? MDG, welcome back, boss. How have you been? You were here briefly, but I didn't hear any news from you. I don't think. What's the latest? Come up here then. Can't just walk around meowing. A bit more willing to be held now. We had some people around yesterday. My cousin came with her husband and kids, and she is not a fan of strangers. All good, not much to report. I had a trip to Norway and Denmark last month, which was very nice. Oh, cool. Whereabouts did you go? Very friendly all of a sudden. Maybe. She's not usually that fussed by treats. I think she just wants attention. She's not used to be sitting at the computer and ignoring her. I think. I don't know. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is all she needs. Well, she's got all her different types of food. Flew into Copenhagen and had a few nights there before taking the ferry to Oslo and the beautiful but very busy tourist route to Bergen via Flom and Gudvangen. Ah, yes, very similar route to what I did with my Great Rail Journeys tour last year. I do have a Discord, so that's a good point. I have not advertised that. I do, yes. All are welcome to come and join the Discord server. Did you go on the... Yeah, you would have gone on the Flomsbanen, did you? What we did was we got a boat over the fjord from Bergen to Would it have been to Flom? I can't remember. But anyway, and then you go up on this beautiful old railway, and yeah, it's lovely, lovely part of the world. Yes, if you are there on YouTube, absolutely do please hit the like button. That would be very much appreciated, as well as subscribing and following. You're cohabiting with 2 dogs at the moment. It's a very different energy level to cats. Oh yes, I bet. What sort of dogs are there? Much better. It's not an either or situation, was it? In an ideal world, I would have had 1 dog and 1 cat and brought them up together. But I have to work, so I can't. Hello, Gadget. I am back. Not sort of. 100% back. For how long, we don't know. But yeah, little taste of, you know, of me. It's a treat for everyone. I'm very well. How are you? Nice to see you. 2 kelpies. Kelpies? Aren't kelpies those mythical Scottish horse creatures? Oh no, the Australian kelpie is also a dog breed. I'd never heard of it. Oh, it looks a bit mean. Is it a hunting dog? Oh, sheepdog. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Cattle dogs, right? I mean, all dogs are lovely, but I'm not immediately thinking, oh, I'd like one of these, I have to say. They look a bit mean. They're adorable, but they are sources of infinite renewable energy. Extremely energetic cast. Right, Roger. I didn't hear it that way, Gadget. Oh dear. Yes, it's amazing. I just didn't enjoy the way you feel a bit rushed through the bus, boat, train bit. You can tell tourism is a huge business there and they want you to get you through as quick as possible. Bus, boat, train. Yeah. We didn't go on a bus. We had no bus. Did you see the singing sprite at the waterfall? Did you get off and see that? I think this is the truth with most pretty places. Everywhere's getting far too over touristed, and yeah, it's not, traveling isn't the experience it once was, unless you go to undiscovered places, which of course is hard because you don't know about them. Yeah, streaming does take its toll. I did get bored of it. But yes, I'm sort of, I would like to think it could be something that I do, you know, as and when I fancy it and enjoy it. And so far, I am. Are you still streaming? I haven't really kept up with what's going on with other people at all. Would you do a London to Sydney stream MSFS flight? I might. I was hoping to do that in the A350, but the A350 is not very good, so I haven't. I've done one in the past, actually. I have. I've done it in the 777 in FSX. I wasn't there that day. Okay, right. You still are. Enjoying it still? What about toilet flush inside lavatory in the model? You check this detail? I haven't, actually. Is that a thing? Should we go and have a look? I don't think PMDG tend to model crew rest. Crew rest modelled? No. No, I'm fairly sure they won't have modelled the toilets, will they? Will they? Possible. I don't love the 787s. They're not bad for free planes, for included planes, but I don't love them. Probably wouldn't enjoy flying one to Australia. But maybe the 777 one day. I'd like to do it shared cockpit with one of my Club Filbert members, actually. Or maybe the A380. Ben and I were planning on doing that. It was a bit hush hush. It was going to be a nice surprise, but we're going to do a shared a shared cockpit charity stream from London to Australia to celebrate the release of the A380 when it came out. But then he decided to go off and learn to be an IRL airline pilot instead, so it never happened. No toilets, I'm afraid, EM. None. So basically unflyable. Can't imagine how busy it'll get in the summer. April is meant to be off-peak. Yeah, it was pretty busy when we were there. Imagine an A320. I have to imagine an A320. We have a plethora of A320s in the sim already. Streaming MSFS as well as the Hunter, Call of the Wild and Way of the Hunter, but hard to keep a schedule. I mean, they say, don't they, that a regular schedule is the way to grow, but I don't necessarily think it's a way to enjoy streaming. It can become quite monotonous. Why are you glad April was over? What happened? I'm glad it was amazing. It's good. Yeah, no. I shan't let it keep me up at night. Concorde had flashing toilets, didn't it? I think. Obviously the real Concorde. What I mean is what was his name? Dean? The guy who did the Concorde. Yeah, DC Design's Concorde, I think, had flashing toilets. I know it's a thing on X-Plane as well, quite often. Have I seen a video of the Global Airlines A380 landing in London Gatwick? No, I haven't. What's happening with Global Airlines? Are they actually operating? It sounded like it was just never going to happen and probably wouldn't work, but it's quite intriguing. Right, I'm just going to nip to the loo again. BRB. Hello. Global Airlines is fully living up to the public's expectations. Right. Not thriving then. Imagine he comes back and the plane goes down. Imagine. Imagine. That would be quite traumatic for all of us, I'm sure. Thank you. And Morris has come to say hello as well. You have so many plans to catch up. I know. I know. It's been ages for you, isn't it? Flyby 3 out? Yeah, absolutely. And it's quite good. It's quite good. There are Payware long-haul Airbus aircraft that have been released, which are not as good as that fly-by-wire A380. So yes, I think you'll enjoy that. He is a nice cat. Yeah, I fell on my feet with these two. Right. He's purring, but he also looks like he doesn't really want to be here. Maybe he does, I don't know. You're going to just settle down on my lap. That's okay. No, he's off. He's off. Good, well at least they've both put in an appearance. Is Tacoma a part of the US? Yes. I think, isn't Tacoma a suburb of Seattle? That's what I've always assumed, but I don't know actually. Oh no, it's a separate city. So Seattle-Tacoma is called Seattle-Tacoma because it serves both cities. Most things are cities in the US. Don't know, I think most things are just barren wildernesses, no? But yes, I guess most inhabited places are cities. I suppose it depends on your definition of things, really, doesn't it? So there are probably more trees than cities as well. But you know, I don't like to try and out pedant a pedant boss. It's not in my nature. Road tripping from Salt Lake City to Las Vegas was a trip. I bet. I mean, it sounds very, very similar to what we did. Although we never got as far as Salt Lake City, but we did a lot of Utah. A little bit of what's it called? Oh, what vehicle did you have, boss? What vehicle did you have? Yeah, it's a pretty spectacular barren wilderness, to be fair. Yeah. Farmland with circles, yes, indeed, yeah. Yes, more circle fields, yeah, more spinny round irrigation systems. Nissan Rogue. You got pulled over, did you? What for? Also, what's a Nissan Rogue? I need to look this up. Okay, that's quite American looking for a Nissan. But it's not, it's no, what did we have? Yeah. What's it called? Mustang. It's no Mustang. You should have got a Mustang. You're doing 14 miles per hour over. Oh my good God. I trust he let you off. I don't know if I told you, but I accidentally overtook an undercover sheriff's police car going a fair bit, or I started to overtake it, going quite a bit over the speed limit. And I didn't know it was a police car. And he flashed his lights. And I nearly wet myself. But I didn't. And I just slowed down and decided not to overtake him in the end. Can we do a USA road trip in a couple of months? Houston, New Orleans, Knoxville. Oh, nice. I haven't done that, but I've done similar. I did my first US road trip was, well, we got the train from Chicago to Memphis and then drove from Memphis to New Orleans, but we did quite a few side bits. So we went to Gatlinburg in Tennessee to go to Dollywood. Went to Nashville. Yeah, lovely part of the world to drive in. Is this gonna you going out there for the music, or what's taking you on that route in particular? He is terrified, but it's quite lovely. Good. Coincidentally, 15 miles per hour is the leeway he gives people for their first offence. That is quite lenient. Yeah, that is quite lenient. If you got pinged doing 25 kph over the limit in Australia, be deported. Really? Oh, family. Nice. Is it just me, or am I descending? No, I'm not descending. You can see the altitude at the top of the screen. Yes, did need an international driving license. Yes. That had changed since the last time I was out there. They're really easy to get though. I don't quite understand the point of them because it's just a piece of card, but yeah, did need to get one. Oh, sorry. So no. So when I did that road trip about 13 years ago, but the most recent one I needed a international driving permit for. Yeah, post office. Yeah, exactly. Just walk in. Takes about 2 minutes. They get a card out and stamp it, and you're on your own. You just use your Aussie license, did you? You don't need an international driving permit from certain countries, so maybe Australia was exempt. How is it to drive on the right side of the road? I mean, in America and Canada it's easy because the roads are massive, but in Europe, in continental Europe, I still find it quite difficult to know the width of my vehicle. Which is an endless source of frustration for me, because it shouldn't be any different just because you're sitting on the other side, but it is different. So I don't like going through tight gaps on the wrong side of the road. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Okay. So I've just got 2 messages from Auto ATC. The first one saying, welcome. If ATC is offline, you may receive automated guidance to assist online controllers. After receiving instructions, resume navigation, as Auto ATC does not offer separation services and is not available everywhere. To provide feedback, please see blah blah blah. Then I got a message 1 second later. Salt Lake Center advises descend and maintain flight level 370. No separation services provided. Why on earth is Auto ATC asking me to descend and maintain flight level 370? Unless that's on my flight plan or something, is it? No, it's not. So I'm just going to ignore it because it's mental. Yes, I am on VATSIM, yeah. I found I kept drifting across the lane because I'm used to my body being on the right hand side of the lane. Yes, that takes some getting used to. It's true. It's true. It's true. Because they want to tariff our beef. Is Aussie beef good? I don't think I've ever tried it. You'll have to get some lunch. Probably won't be back in time for the landing. Perks of living in a village. Okay. Nice to see you. And yeah, enjoy your lunch, boss. Aussie beef is good. Okay, Aussie beef isn't beef; it's kangaroo. Kangaroo. I have eaten kangaroo, and it is very nice. During the BSE crisis here in the UK, way back when, we ended up getting quite a few like alternative meats available quite readily, and one of them was kangaroo. Kangaroo and ostrich steaks, and venison, obviously. And yeah, I think kangaroo is quite nice, but I find kangaroos quite sweet, so it makes me uncomfortable. Cat. Oh, I missed her. Morris is on his perch. She must have just walked across. I don't know. Busy pummeling. Anyway, it's not about him, it's about me. No, it's Morris. Morris is doing the movie. Even croc tastes nice. Yes, I've had croc as well. Where have I had croc? Oh, it's some kind of weird buffet grill thing somewhere. I can't remember where. Mongolian grill. Hard at work. Hard at work. So we're about 80 miles from our top of descent now, so I'm starting to wonder if it might be a nice time to look at our arrival and setting up for it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do our landing performance. Then I'll show you our arrival. And then we'll land plane. Performance tool, landing en route, import from OFP. What runway did I say we were landing on? 16 left. And that is still in use IRL. Let's just check what our landing weight is going to be, if I can remember how you do that on a Boeing. Gross weight, no. I can't remember. Ah, yes, I can. Okay, so if we get our end fuel on board, 15.6 tons, and we add that to our zero fuel weight, which from the flight plan I can tell you was 360.8, 360, so we'll call it 375.8. Let's call it 376. 376. Oh, it's worked it out automatically for us. Lovely. Don't even have to worry. Yep, that all looks good. We'll import the weather. Calculate. So that's auto brakes 3. What would auto brake 2 give us? Got a lot of runway to play with, so I think auto brakes 2 should be fine. And we can use idle reverse. And that's giving us 131. What should the thresholds of the gambling be? Oh, I hadn't thought about that. Well, it's been a very long time. So I'd say 250, probably. PMG aircraft have got to be the most optimized in the sim. Performance is always great. Yes, they've been at it a long time and they know what they're doing. So we said 131. We want to add half the wind speed plus all of the gusts, I think. Let me just check the exceptional flows document from that I did. Where are we? Half headwind component and full gust component. Yeah. So we've got no gusts, so we want to add 9 knots to that, giving us 140 flaps 25. Is that right? Feels fast. Feels fast, but we'll try it. Flaps 25, speed 140. And we'll select a lower altitude. But before we do that, let's have a look at the arrival chart so that you know what we're going to be doing. In fact, let's just have a quick look at Navigraph charts in general. It's a pretty straightforward arrival. In fact, we've already begun it because US stars are crazy long. Where are we doing? Where are we going? Let's go to, yeah, display capture. Right, so this is what the arrival looks like. We come this way and we turn right and we land. It's really that simple. But we'll have a look at the chart together so we can get a handle on the constraints and such like. So we're currently somewhere up here. We've just passed M Jane. So we're coming out of this, along this not to scale bit. And then we're going to be descending via this path at 280 knots for most of it, down to 270 there. Down to 250 at Eldo, when we're all still quite high. But then, yes, we're going to be coming this way. We're going to be, which transition are we taking? Tishna. We're taking the Tishna transition, which is here. So we're going to follow the northernmost path. Going to get down to around, 13,000 feet at Tishna with a speed of 210 knots. And that should take us nicely onto this approach, the ILS 16 left. So as you can see, 13,000 feet at Tishna, 210 knots. Then we come into Japi, Jadizzle, and Jeepa, from where it's a straight run in, with straight run into the airport, with step descents, which are fairly common in the US. Down to 9,000, down to 8,000, down to 7,000 for glide slope capture about 10 miles out from the airport. So that's how the plan that looks, and that should be what we fly. Is the Tacoma airspace busy? Tacoma doesn't have its own airspace, I don't think. If you mean the Seattle area airspace, then yes, I think it is fairly busy. Not compared with somewhere like New York or Boston or San Francisco or LAX, but I imagine it's fairly busy. Thank you for setting up the gambling, boss. Appreciate it. So yes, we're going to pick a sensible altitude for our descent, and because there's no ATC online, to be honest, I think we'll start by setting 13,000 feet for Tishna, because I can't see any reason not to. And we'll let the VNAV take us all the way down. One thing I do want to do though is import our descent winds. How do I do this? VNAV, isn't it? I think VNAV descent forecast load, and we'll request updated winds. And that should help us with our VNAV descent profile. Is half wind plus full gust an every time thing? Well, it's interesting you say that. 40 knots into, but I think there's a maximum, and I think that Liam just hasn't really put that in. But as I was saying earlier, he's done quite a good job of these flows, but there's some stuff lacking. So I think it's probably worth rewatching my video, and I'm sure he talks about maximums and minimums. I'm pretty sure it's going to be similar to the 737, where you add a minimum of 5 knots and a maximum of, is it 15? I think? Not sure. Adam, hello. How are you? Welcome. Fly the MD-11 and never fear a high VREF again. I should fly the MD-11 actually, it's been a while. VREF of roughly 180. Boss, do you think €111 one way for Ryanair during July is a good price? I'd say no. Where? How far? I have been flying IRL, yeah, I have. Not as much as I would have liked, because I've been, just life has been really busy. But yes, my most recent flight was about 3 weeks ago, I think, and I flew down to the Isle of Wight with a friend, and it was lovely. It was really nice. Venice to Riga. It's quite a long way. I don't know. I paid like £180 return for my Ryanair flights to Trieste, and I thought that was a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot, but it is what it is. If you want to go in July and you want to go on those days, they've got you over a barrel. Do you know what I mean? It depends how much you want to go and whether it's worth it to you. But yeah, it is a lot of money. It's definitely a lot of money. I can't describe it as a good price. The Flyby A380 is actually good. Yes, it is. It had some performance issues initially, but the last time I flew it, I thought it was brilliant. Guess airline and airport boss. I have no idea. Don't recognise it, I'm afraid. Yeah, I can't tell the airline unless you know the airport. So, oh, hang on, is there some text on the airport on that building there? No, it just says terminal. Well, yes, but it just says terminal 3. Don't recognise it. Oh, well done, Martin. Nice. I've been there as well, but yeah, I didn't recognise it at all. Ah, right, what we do, yes. Purge? No, stupid twat. Sorry, excuse my language. I wanted to clear it out before importing, but I shouldn't have pressed purge. That was a mistake. What do you think of that camera view? Custo-made. It's alright. Shows a wing, shows some engines. Right, load. Doesn't seem to have changed anything, which is curious, but maybe things just haven't changed. Let's do our descent checklist, shall we? Recall. Let's do a quick check of the recall. Checked. Notes. Checked. Auto brake. Level 2. Landing data. We've done. Approach briefing. Haven't done. What we're going to do is reduce the thrust, go down, down and down and down, and then we get to the airport. We're near the airport, and then we'll point the aeroplane at the runway. Ideally on the same heading that the runway's longest bit is at, and then we'll land it. Completed. Good. The logo lights are controlled in the A380. Are they? That's good. POV wing light. What? Wing light? What about the wing lights, boss? Look at that. It's getting ever so slightly dusky, isn't it? It's got that slight early evening feel. Oh, okay. He's talking about me pick. Roger. Right, with you. With the insane wing light. Yes, pretty bright. Pretty bright. And down we go. We have an FMC message, but it's gone. It probably said more drag. Usually says more drag. You gotta love the A380. Yes, it's a lovely plane to fly on. And it's a lovely plane in the sim. It is. FMC message. Drag required. Sorry, not more drag. That's an Airbus thing, isn't it? We'll give it a bit of drag. I don't know why it's doing this weird yawing motion. Something to do with the sim. You wouldn't want to be on it, would you? Fucking Bronco, but sideways. Speed brake extended. Yes, pop it, because you asked me to give you more drag. You always put the wing lights on in the US/Canada when it's misty/icy. Well, Eli was talking about putting them on for every departure and arrival. I think they're fairly, with most airlines, I think they're fairly at pilot's discretion, to be honest. But I don't know that for a fact either. Yeah, Eli had us putting them on before 10,000 feet. Ever so wobbly, isn't it? Oh, sugar. What is going on with my engines? That was a bit weird, wasn't it? I didn't see what the trusty was doing. I should have had a look rather than just touching them. I think they're alright. I think one just didn't go to idle when it should have done. I'm a little bit confused, but I've pulled the throttle back because we're in thrust hold, so we can do that. Yeah, it was a bit odd, wasn't it? Yeah, the wobbliness is getting on my nerves. Hasn't seemed to help your situation, no. I haven't got the seatbelt signs on, actually. Maybe I should. Oh, Asobo. You and your many deficiencies. Yeah, you're not the first to say that. It seems to be a recent thing across both sims. Getting seasick, yes, I know. Can't wait for your future streams. Thank you, amazing boy. Is this the first time you've seen me stream, is it? Good. Always nice to see some new faces. Now, Sam, Alex, have you landed? Was it a big success? Or no? Alex is on final, I believe. Sam. Eh? Actually, I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the wrong plane. What's happening there? Ah, yes. Alex is on short final. He's at 6,000 feet. Sam is parked up. So, or taxiing in. Good luck, boss. Good luck, Alex. Hope it goes well. Jory's on short final. Thank you. Do you remember back in the day when I used to stream, and it always used to be quite good fun because I would do the flight and then a couple of people, the people flying along, would take off and land after me, and then we could watch their landings, and it was all quite rich and immersive. Do you remember that? It didn't last long, but it was good while it did last. I'll do my best, boss. I'll do my very best. You remember when I used to stream? But I'm doing that now. If you noticed, I remember when you used to give me money to stream, and now I know it's a little bit chicken and egg, isn't it? A little bit horse and cart before the horse, or what have you. But yeah, it's a lot's changed since those days, isn't it? A lot's changed. Oh dear. Oh my god. Yeah, it's true, it's true. Yeah, it's like the good old days. We all remember when I used to stream more. How is this self-monitoring? Yeah. I don't feel I haven't changed in the last 4 months particularly. But you know, it is nice of me, isn't it? If we're honest, it is nice of me that I'm here giving up, how many hours, including the setup, probably 5 hours of my bank holiday Monday, to entertain you. It's a nice thing to do. I don't think any of us can dispute that probably. Does anyone have the issue where you have to close your sim via the task manager? I have. Not at the moment, but I have had it in the past, yeah. My call sign is United-1224. So if you have a look at the top of the screen, it's got a lot of information about the flight that I'm doing. So it doesn't have the... Yeah, it does have... Oh, I've put the call sign in wrong. Or I haven't put it in, or something. Yeah, I put it in as Ethiopian. No wonder. No wonder. Oh my god, what a noob. I got as far as changing the departure and destination. I didn't change anything else at all. There we are. Now it's correct. I've had it for the last 3 or 4 weeks. Are you on a beta, or is this the supposedly stable version of 2024? Also, are you mostly flying in 24 now, or 2020? I haven't really got a sense of what most people are doing. Bit of drag, a little bit more drag. I popped into Colorado for like 13 minutes to buy some alcohol and some weed. Did you? I didn't know you smoked weed, did you? No, I never. Learn something every day. Oh, 2020, okay. See, I haven't flown 2020 probably in the last 3 or 4 weeks. But yeah, I've done 2 flights, both in 2024 in the last month or so. So I wouldn't know. Right, we have passed the transition level. We will set local pressure. In fact, we will check local pressure, I think. Let's check local pressure rather than just pressing B because we're still a little way out. 29.84. Ah, yes, Liam, before I forget. The deficiencies in the flows are that I can remember now. Firstly, when you're doing the departure performance page in the FMS, you have to choose takeoff 1 or takeoff 2 before you put in your selected speed. And you haven't at any point told us to set the minimums. So those were the things that I wanted to talk to you about at some point during the flight. It's still obviously very appreciative for what you've done. It's a good first draft, but it might be something, or it might not. Might be something that you want to do in the future. YGM. I want to come back to it, sort of thing. Well, the thing is, boss, you don't have to write them down because there'll be a VOD, so you'll be able to watch this back. 3 hours, 5 minutes into the stream, you'll be able to hear all of this at your leisure, boss. Because I'll forget, you see, that's why I'm saying them now, I keep forgetting. 5557 should be our minimums. To be fair, I can't tell the difference on the stream. What, in the, between the two sims? No, they're very close, aren't they? Oh, gone past it. Finding this a bit fiddly. There we are, 5557 set. No, I'd forgotten Euregio Vision. I am having a Eurovision party, so maybe we could do another Euregio Vision. Actually, that could be fun. I'll have a look at my calendar, see if I can squeeze one in. I enjoyed that last time. Now and then, boss, not often, but when you go somewhere it's legal, when in Rome, innit? Yes, yeah, well, yeah, unless you have a job where, you know, get tested for these things. Like I do. Right. So I think we're pretty set, aren't we? Not far out now. We'll tune the CTAF frequency. My EUREGIO Cargo 738 is still sitting in Liverpool since last EUREGIO Vision, is it? Yeah, I think mine might be actually. (124.8). Pity we haven't had any ATC. No, actually, I do remember taking my EUREGIO 1 somewhere. But I don't know where I've left it. I have to have a look. What are you doing for Eurovision, the Eurovision final itself, Truderin? You having a party or anything? So there's the runway, you see. It's 30 miles out, something like that. Watching it with friends, nice. I'm flying the 777-200ER. Can't wait for landing, me neither. It's going to be very, very fun. Over on our left, you can see Greeley, the town of Greeley. This is Greeley down here. Maybe Evans, Greeley Evans. I don't know. Clip. Liam, before I forget. Thank you, boss. The deficiencies in the flows are... Good. There you are. No excuse now. Yes, I do. YouTube.com/philbertflies. Talking of which, those of you watching on Twitch, if you fancy seeing some of my excellent, if I do say so myself, pre-recorded content, go and subscribe to me on YouTube. Those of you on watching on YouTube, if you like what you see, you may want to come and follow me over on Twitch as well. And if you did, I would not be averse to the idea. Also, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and follow wherever you're watching. Do feel free to come and join our Discord server. And I should really descend more. I'd forgotten I'd set a limit of 13,000. Get a bit of flaps out. A little extra drag. And what we'll do is a little bit of spoiler as well. All good though. Loads of time to get down still. And we'll hit approach mode. Loke is being captured. So we've got mandatory 10,000 at Jeeper, which we should make. Ish. Is 222 the fly past? Which edition of the game do you think is best to get? Well, it depends what you want, really. If you want all of the aircraft and airports that are offered in the higher tiers, then get the higher tiers. If you think you'll mostly use the default, or you'll mostly use your own, other payware or freeware add-ons, then it's probably worth getting the standard edition. But it's an individual choice, really. I got the middle one. I got the premium. I got the premium deluxe, but not the very expensive one. Denver Traffic United 1224. ILS established stand by. Denver Traffic United 1224. ILS established 16 left, 17 miles out. Typhoon, oh nice. Right, I'm happy with our speed, I'm happy with our profile, everything's looking lovely. Visual with the airport because it's a beautiful clear day. What could possibly go wrong? Other than MSFS weather being something of a meme. Drag required? Okay, have a little bit of drag if you want. Actually, I think we'll let you not have much drag at the moment because I'd like to capture the glide slope rather. And I think we'll start slowing ourselves down a smidge as well. So down to 180. Okay, flaps 5 in. A bit more speed brake. In fact, I think we could probably get gear down early. Eli did say that they do use gear for drag quite early on. Oski boy, hello! Welcome, welcome. Oh, it's me. It's me. It's really happening. Yeah, all good, thank you. How are you? Yeah, let's get our gear down. I'd like more drag, please. Yeah. On the speed brake. And we'll slow all the way down to our VREF, which was going to be 140, wasn't it? All looking good. You can see the runway indeed. You could think it's not been in the sim for ages, just URL and wanting a break, but we'll be back in soon. Good, yes. I'm really enjoying it after a break myself. I always think the Colorado Rockies are much closer to Denver Airport than they actually are. They're quite a long way away. I don't like the fact that we've gone 7 knots below our V approach before the aircraft takes corrective action. Not happy with that, but there we are. Guess that's just the case with big old engines, maybe. It's probably fine. Denver traffic United 1224, short final, runway 16 left. I can understand that, yeah. I can understand that, being irritating. What does your Utah friend do? Does she work in tourism? Or is she just proud of Utah? Okay, shall we take over from the aircraft? I think we should. Let's do the quick landing checklist, actually. Landing checklist is complete. My plan.
1,000.
God, it is blustery for no reason. There is no ATC, that's why. That's why I'm making announcements on CTAP. Blimey, this weather. Don't like it. I don't like it. It's supposed to be 9 knots of wind. I got 25 knots.
Approaching minimums.
45 degrees to the left.
Minimums.
Continue. I have to go out.
30, 20, 10.
Whee! Yeah, they need to fix this. That was mental. That was mental. Oh my goodness me. Scary times. Scary times. Looked even better in person. I can't imagine it looking much worse. Was it like that for you? Was it like that for you? Or were you able to land quite nicely? No, you didn't have 29 knots of crosswind. Curious. Denver Traffic United 1224, runway vacated. Blazing imagery landed straight. Thanks, boss. What is going on with my weather then? Don't tell me I haven't set live weather or something. No, I got live weather. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Very odd. Anyway, welcome to Denver, everybody. We made it. It was actually felt like a pretty smooth landing, just a little bit on the wonk, and that's okay. And where are we taxiing to? I used to know this. I've forgotten. Right, stream announcements. Bravo 38. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Right, flaps are up, spoilers disarmed. And we're just going to slow down and get some stuff sorted out. So landing lights can go off, runway turn-offs can go off, taxi light can come on, strobes can go off. Wing light I forgot about, so we don't have to worry about that. Let's just have a look at a chart, because I don't seem to have any active an active charts man helping me. I think we want to come in on BS, which is a bit further down. Yeah, Bravo Sierra. Yeah, Bravo Sierra to the gate, basically. So this has not been updated for 2024, this Denver scenery. I did spawn in to have a little look. Moose? What? Surely not. Did VATSIM disconnect? Yes, it has, yeah. Been doing that a lot lately. So I think we want the next left. What's that emoji of, Alex? Oh. Yes, well. I do need a bigger desk. I need a bigger desk, but to get a bigger desk, I need a bigger house. To get a bigger house, I need more people to subscribe on Twitch and become members on YouTube, you know? So, it's all, that's where it has to begin. Oh, look when we stop. I'm curious. Zach! My goodness me! Better late than never, boss. Not a WASM crash, but a mouse crash, yeah. How are you? Let's get the APU started. I didn't like that landing. That was a bit of a shame, wasn't it? A little bit of a shame. But that's possibly then, if you two didn't have it, Alex and Sam, are you both in 2020? Maybe it's just a 2024 thing. Thank you, amazing boy. So Bravo 38 should be, oh hang on, should it be here? No, that's Bravo 28, so it's, yes, beyond the next sticky outy bit, I think. 32, 36, 38, yes, so it's the one next to Sam, I guess. Thank you, yes, it's nice to be back. On your left, thank you, Sam. Yeah, are you both in 2020? Is that why your weather was totally fine and mine was totally not fine? Oh, there's Alex over there. His little frontier. Okay, let's get the taxi light off. Get this back to standby. Probably should be on transponder, not standby, but whatevs. I can't wait till they make Tobii Eye Tracker work natively in this sim. I miss it. Oh, Bravo 38 whiskey, is it? Okay. Right. Now, this scenery really has stood the test of time. I think it was their first one, or certainly one of their first ones for MSFS. And it's, you know, look at these ground textures and building textures. It really feels like you're there. Yeah, it needs updating because the airport has been updated, but in terms of looks and general immersive feel, it's still brilliant. All these years on. Top tier scenery developer, Flightbeam. Parking brake set. APU is running. Engines off. And we'll just do our shutdown flows and have a little look around. Flight directors can come off. Transponder should really be set to transponder, but never mind, it's too late now. Taxi light is off, parking brake is set, fuel control switch is cut off, seat belts can come off, and we'll get some deboarding. Is the replay working? I'm not using a replay thing at the moment. Do I feel that? I do feel there, yes, I do. Far better than I feel there the scenery would have made me. Oh. Something weird happened with the landing lights. When I say something weird, I think what happened is I forgot to turn them on. So when I clicked the click spot after landing, after vacating, they came on then. Right, we can turn off our high hydraulic pumps. Not that one, you noob. These two. Fuel pumps can come off. Beacon light is off, transponder is at standby. And we'll do our parking or our shutdown checklist. Parking brake is set. We'll come over here. We'll get our doors sorted, get our chocks in. We'll request our ground power. Disarm and open that. And there you have it. Welcome to Denver. Oh, look, someone else has just arrived, just spawned in. Cool. See, this is a nice livery. I do still like this livery. Not quite as much as Battleship Grey, but I think that's probably more to do with the time I started flight simming, to be honest. Is it natively built into MSFS? Well, yes, there's this thing. I've never actually looked at it. FCR. But I haven't recorded it. I'll have to give that a go at some point. Because, yeah, people do like a replay, don't they? Battleship Grey was the best, I agree. There you have it. Oh, and look at that, a working jetway. And as we were discussing earlier, it opens one left all the time, GSX. But a lovely plane, and a nice flight and 2 lovely airports. What more could you want on a Sunday? It feels like Sunday. On a Monday before a night shift. Not a lot. Not a lot. So there you go. Grab a screenshot with Sam and I. 777 Chads, if you will. All landing rate. I shall have a look in a moment. Just grab a couple of screenies. Try and get one with Alex in the background. In his baby plane. That'll do. Right, landing rate was... minus 185. Now I haven't looked at the betting at all, but once again, those of you who had faith were absolutely right to have faith, and thank you for it. How many points are there to distribute? I want to have a look, but I haven't got the right window open. It's probably too late. There we go. Faith repaid. Good. 20,000 points. There you are. Pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Right, what do we need to do? $35.5k to go to 17 books and 2 others. Not bad. Not bad at all. So who was in the youth gang? Matt, I presume. Anyone else? Let me just go to stream elements. So we're going to start with a few thank yous for Twitch people, and then I think we've got a couple to do on YouTube as well. So just stand by, Mo. Bruh, I don't spend my Philbios, but I was there in spirit. Okay, good, good. You're in the youth gang in spirit. Only Alex. Oh, dearie me. Rip. Right, what are we doing? Where are we going? How does it work? Activity feed. That's how we do it. So we have had. What have we had? A new follow. Is this Twitch or is this YouTube? Ah, it is Twitch. Red for some reason. Anyway, we had a new follow from SyncBoy276. Welcome, thank you for that. Satira with a tier 1 resub. Liam with a tier 2 resub. Thank you ever so much, both of you. We had a prime resub from Wojtek, a tier 1 resub from Sam, a gifted sub from Liam going to Triduan, I believe, and a gifted sub from Sam going to Matt. So thank you both very, very much indeed for your generosity there. And of course, a new follow from Amazing Boy 1461. Welcome to the channel. If I hadn't, Liam would have had 1-0. This is true. This is true. So that's the story on Twitch. I very much appreciate everyone who's donated during the stream. And I'm just going to try and log into my new YouTube account. I'll get there. Just might take me a minute. And we'll see what's happened over there. Log in with YouTube. Filbert flies. Password 1234. So you're going to yeet it as boss meeting you. See you later, HK. Nice to see you again. Glad to hear you're doing well. Ah, Christ, I've clicked the wrong one. What a noob. That one I want. Continue. Streamlabs can access everything. Blah, blah, blah. Continue. Oh, no. No. I've gone to Streamlabs rather than Stream Elements. I'm a fool. I am a fool. Well, I'm not a fool. I'm just a little out of practice, you know? A little out of practice. Right, log in with Stream Elements via YouTube. Please work. Flies YouTube. Next time I'll have this all set up. Activity feed. Right, so we had Trijuan resubscribing for his 42nd month of Club Filbert Bronze. Thank you very much for that indeed, boss. Plus a lot of subs, but I think they had nothing to do with the stream whatsoever. So it's just Trijuan, and it was worth it. It was worth the effort to log in to give him his rightful thanks. There will be another stream, boss. There will. Yes, there will, absolutely. Don't know when, but there will. And that reminds me, sometime next year maybe. Maybe not quite that soon. We'll see. We'll see how we go. If you want to be the first to hear about future streams and other things going on in the Flight Simverse and in my world, do come and join the Discord server. You'll be very welcome there. And I think that's it. Thank you all for watching. I will pop into the Club Filbert voice chat, which is a little perk, you know, for Club Filbert members only, shortly, and say hello to a few people there. I will do another stream, hopefully in the not too distant future. That's it. Enjoy the rest of your days. Goodbye. Take care.